Welcome, Jamie. So, I remember when I was young, as in first school age, and I really wanted a pair of Clark's Magic Steps. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see that, but I have pre-downloaded a picture of the Clark's Magic Steps. Oh no, that was my potato peeler that I forgot to order. They were shoes, if you can't see the image. Now, this won't mean anything to the majority of you, but to me at the time, I remember the power of the advert for these. It was a race against time between a little girl who becomes a princess in those shoes and a horrible forest witch who wants to capture her. The princess finds the golden key and saves the day. The advert slogan is "Shoes fit for a princess." Now, needless to say, I did acquire a pair of those shoes because I have amazing parents. But why did I want them? And why did my mom give in and buy them for me? What really drove the sale was emotion. In an age where consumers are consistently trying to influence us in parting with our cash, what works and why? Every buying decision that we make consists of many conscious and subconscious decisions. The key to success in any business where you are selling a product or a service is to understand the psychology behind human behavior. Now, we all have inbuilt triggers and needs that drive physical action. And if we understand these triggers, we can more intelligently carve our marketing messages and increase our sales. So I want to give you an insight into 8 of these triggers. So if you're writing them down, number 1 is belonging. Now, like me with the shoes, the popular girls at school all had these, and I wanted desperately to be a part of their group. Side note, by middle school, I was actually running the group, but that's a different story. So here I felt the shoes would grant me acceptance into these unattainable felines and give me a social sense of belonging. And the importance to sense this is so strong. Look at how many people come together during a sporting event, all blazoned in their team's colours. The sense of unity is so strong and all driven by a hugely emotional connection to their team and personal mentors in the players. And think about how this triggers sporting giants to generate billions of pounds each year in club merchandise and attire. Another brand leader to strategically harness the emotion of belonging is Apple, who have built an epic army of worshippers lining up to purchase the new model on the market. The need for technology gives us the sense of purpose and community. This in turn gives people a positive boost in many other areas too in our lives, such as social, mental, and physical. Now, one good example of this here is a slogan for a gym: lifetime fitness, forever friends. Now, number 2 is fear. Oh, what a negative word this can be portrayed to be. Fear is such a powerful emotion and one that can potentially override more other practical emotions before we've even really had time to process the situation. Fear can be used to make consumers loyal to a brand. But when I say fear, it's more fear of missing out, or FOMO. So it's nothing sinister. And I've lost count of the amount of Groupon deals that I've taken advantage of, as I just didn't want to miss out. But fear can play a role too, in which consumers feel a heightened state of emotion and therefore bond more easily with other people whilst having that same experience. Think about when we watch a horror film, if you do, and there's a scary part. Guaranteed you will look at the person beside you and say, "Oh my giddy aunt," whilst you're trying to close your eyes, or something like that. When we are in this state, consumers can take advantage of this and offer us something that will relieve this state, as our minds are always looking for ways to protect us and keep us safe. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions, and this can stimulate people to have greater brand attachment than other emotions. An example here is, you do not want to miss this event. Book now. Number 3 is trust. Oh, what a lovely word this is. Think about whenever somebody says, "I will share this with you because I trust you." How good does that make you feel? Once this is instilled in a business relationship, you will see no end of repeat orders with very minimal effort. And the hard work is done, and you've proven that you can do what you say you're going to do. And reduce risk is perceived. Being transparent is key here, and honesty will always go a long way too. After all, we're all human and things happen. If you have a product-based service, then free trials work well for building trust, as it gives the buyer a taste of your product first. And proven testimonials are a great way to instill trust, also especially with already trusted and recognised brands or businesses. And also the blemish effect. Tell clients what you can't do or what you won't do. Although counterintuitive, this actually does help to build trust through honesty and directness. A great example here is, your opinion matters to us, so please do fill in our questionnaire so we can continue to fulfill your expectations. Number 4 is leadership, a great one. And the awesome Napoleon Hill once said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now, you really do need to be seen as a leader in your field. And another great mention here is Simon Sinek. Simon made a discovery that all great leaders act and communicate in the same way. He stressed that we all know what we do, but not many people know why they do it. He stressed what to make a profit, you may say, no, that's results. But why? He means, what is your purpose, your cause, your ignition energy that gets you out of bed in the morning? When organizations know these things, and if you don't, side note, please have a conversation with Stu Avis, who was our first speaker, as he really has the tools to help you to develop this. Once you know this, the essence of your business truly shines. And this causes inspiration. Now, this leads me very nicely into number 5, which is values. Now, we all know that values show how important something is to us, but they also help us to make important decisions. We make our buying decisions every day based upon these said values, and it's all about getting value for money. But these values are individual and personal. For example, if a person is creative, this person may become a graphic designer. Whilst doing what fuels them, the wage may not be as an important factor. And if we tie in our personal values with what motivates us, which is also motives, judgments, and actions. We base an example of this is save lots of money by doing this one simple trick. Number 6 is gratification. So take Amazon, for example, with purchase opportunities just a click away now. We are armed and ready to spend, but we don't want to wait. Sometimes we don't even want to wait until we can afford it, credit card. But we live in a world where instant gratification is the norm. Delayed gratification is the thing of the past. Remember waiting a week for your pictures to be developed, or being really into a new series and then it ending with that huge cliffhanger and then having to wait like a week to find out what had happened. So injecting this style of language in our messaging can prove really powerful, as technology has made us faster as people. Things like now, today, instant access within the next 24 hours can really appeal to our emotional triggers and convince us to spend. Number 7 is competition. Now, there is nothing wrong with a little competition, is there? Sometimes it gives us the push that we need. Today, we have a constant need to be better, stronger, and faster than the next person. And this also can drive sales. A good example of this, and I can resonate well with this, be the best dressed this Christmas. Shop our latest arrivals now. And lastly, number 8, price versus time. Okay, so take my household cleaning, for example. I can earn £50 an hour, maybe, in my day job, or I can hire a cleaner for a flat rate of £60. I'd say it takes me 4 hours top and bottom to clean my house. So where I could have potentially earned myself £200, and for the record, I don't have a cleaner, but if I did, or I should say when I do, but you can see here how I could have actually made myself £140, or indeed, I could have actually had that time back to give myself more of a work-life balance and spend with my family. And many promotions tend to appeal to this emotional trigger of perceived value and of getting a good deal in monetary terms, but it's not always about the money. Understanding the values of your customers will allow you to offer more targeted rewards. So to summarize, emotional triggers need to be woven into the very fabric of your brand. This is from your social media and email to ad copy, blog posts, and web content. So do you understand the value of what drives your customers? And do you understand what value potential customers would associate with your company, brand, product, or service? And remember, fear, belonging, guilt, gratification, competition, price versus time, they're all triggers that resonate with the majority of your consumers. And lastly, become a global leader. You need to know the why behind your brand and the values of your target. Now, simply using these techniques, I successfully bridge the gap of communication between my clients and their potential customers with proven results. What do I want today? If I know you, thank you so much for our continued relationship. And if I don't know, I'd love to get to know you. Thank you.